Hi, big boy. Always nice to see our big Ahmed hanging out.
All right, so we've been, well, the buffalo eat getting goat weed. So I think that's what this stuff is called. It's nasty. I don't know if you can see it, but it's, anyway, the only thing I really do know about it is the buffalo don't eat it. So if they don't eat it, it's not a friend of mine. If it is goat weed, I've heard goat weed is very thirsty and our soil is kind of sandy. So it doesn't pick up a lot anyway, water doesn't hold it, and this doesn't help. So anyway, feeding the buffalo, trying to be productive at the same time, and clearing out this area here. This area used to all look a lot like where Sandra's at, as she's rolling her tumbleweed full of stuff to us. As we took our first step into trying to get the pastures growing a little bit better. I placed an order for lime. Lime will change the pH balance of the soil. So this pasture over here, they said they wanted 1 ton per acre, and then pasture 7 at the top, they wanted 2 tons per acre. So I ended up buying 26 tons, which was more than enough, and we actually put it other places, but they granulate this lime, and what it's doing is it's taking an acidic soil and making it more base. It raises the pH level, and that's going to help the regular grasses we want to be able to grow better, so that way they can outperform the weeds. If it's more acidic, the weeds just take off and flourish, and the regular grasses don't have that ability to compensate and grow in that kind of environment.
No, this is entertaining.
Is that all you got, Chica? You're over there for like 20 minutes.
I lost half of it on the way over here.
Bites.
I lost the rest right now.
And lime is really just a white granular, you see it on the ground here, all these granules, just like, they almost look like bone. But anyway, it's like a very white rock. They crunch it up, and it's distributed via a spreader on the back, okay? So you can distribute this stuff just like you distribute the Scott's lawn fertilizer with a little push cart in your grass. It's just a spreader. It's a spinning disc with veins on it, and it just poof. And they have a regulator just like at home on your Scott's little grass turf builder. You just set how much you want distributed for the area. So very much same technology, except these guys come out in a dump truck with it all on the back side. So this is part of their footprint. The back tire, I swear, is like this wide. Here's their tire marks, and they spread it, and it just fans out 20-30 feet either side, and they just drive down the road or the alleyways here, and they create their own little paths. So they spread it. So 26 tons, that's an actual weight, guys, and it cost about 1,700 bucks. They came out and they probably spread half of that in about 10 minutes. Most of the time for them to do it for the 3 hours was them going back and picking up their second loads, because I had 2 dump trucks at a time. They came back, spread it again. If I was to go buy 50-pound sacks or something like that and have to distribute and walk around with a garden thingy, or you have those 3-point mounts on the PTO on the back of the tractor, you'd almost be filling that thing up almost every acre or two maybe or something. It only holds so much in the hopper. So getting 15 acres about done, and those guys did it in 20 minutes, man. Holy cow. Super fast. I didn't even get any film of it. Just big trucks. So that happened Friday. Let's actually check out the grass that's been planted from Steve, because hopefully that stuff will benefit from all of this. So the grass in our pastures hasn't been doing too good from the drought or just the lack of rain. So this is our 3/4 acre handling facility. Well, pasture. So this is just really for feed, okay? We just feed them there. They were staged here when we purchased new buffalo this year ago. This is not supposed to be, I'm not planting this. I don't expect much growth to happen out of here. It is super sandy, and it is the way it is. So it looks like junk, and I'm not planting in here. We've ordered a bunch of troughs. This is gonna be our main feed spot for a couple of our pastures. So if you've seen this in some of the videos where we put out hay or the animals have been, I'm not expecting this to look pretty. It's just gonna be the way it is. Bad, because it's just bad. I'm not worrying about that one right now. So recently we got 2.5 inches of rain almost. I think it was late last week. It helped water the seeds. Now this is the seeds that Steve planted for us. These little guys, they're starting to poke through. You can see the rows. And that's where the not the trip hopper, but the seed, no-till seed drill planted them. And these are starting to come up. And this is what the buffalo are gonna eat from this winter. And when you look over the rest of the pastures, you can see that there is getting to be a green fuzz, a green haze. And it looks pretty good. Steve has planted all of this that you see over here, but he has not planted where the buffalo are, I don't believe, over there. He might have gotten some, but not all of it. This has actually been all the growth there's been in like 8 weeks. Like, literally the stuff we just planted is growing compared to all the stuff we haven't planted and that was already here before. So things are starting to come back. We appreciate Steve planting this. It's gonna help. They have been in this pasture for 8 weeks now, and they're due to go over to 7 only once it grows. And I don't know when that's gonna be.
So we're trying to put in these little filler boards. So with sheetrock, we've got some support for the ceiling. Let's go check out Grant. How's it going up there? Alright, your first one? So your sister's kicking your trash is what you just said? She started before you, is that your excuse?
It's a stupid thing to do.
What?
Judge distance.
Judgy?
I have a short letter, I had to finish an apple, and I have one hand.
Oh man, how do you survive? When you put all the screws in your mouth, you can't talk.
Huh? Interview over, press please. One-handed and one-legged.
You going in?
Yes.
You guys have that?
I'll take that board back.
Footprint 24 feet
Yeah.
by, meaning X. X means by.
Bye. There goes my other screw.
You're doing good.
Great.
You're like a pro.
I am, aren't I?
Right, I can scream you, I just need to hold it.
Alright, how often...
All right, at the house, we've been getting some work done. The kids have been putting on these, I don't know what you want to call it. Edge trim things. So this is for the sheetrock. And Grant is our expert, I don't know, he's not, well, whatever he is.
I'm not well?
So here we just put these guys here. What we're just trying to do is just hang the sheetrock from it. We've got all these other cross pieces through, but all of these other edges, we need to give some support for the sheetrock. Now when we were doing this, we could have taken all of these vertical ones up here that were going this way and ran them further, but we didn't. So what we're gonna just do there is the same thing we've been doing everywhere else, and that is just putting a ledge right across the top. We have some holes where the wiring is going, so we can't just put a straight board. So we're just gonna cut it up, put it up there, and then this little room will be finished, and then it's just a matter of doing the other room. So this room needs a little bit of help still. We got to get some of these supports going across and some other things before we wrap everything up around the sides, but this section is the section that was not originally part of any kind of sheetrock area room. The far section was. So we're just getting this one done, tied it up. We're gonna continue on and get working.
All right, now you can hit your first distance to the wire.
I can do that.
All right, let me know.
Oh, sorry, it's okay. It didn't hurt me or anything. Just hit my heel.
Do you have another tape measure or is that it?
No, it's good. The other one's crap.
34.
34.
You get good reception up there, Grant?
It's all dependent on the air currents.
Yes.
Yes.
Your chickie, she texting you?
No.
Oh, suck. All right, never mind.
Alright, here's your next board.
Side of the wire. Because you don't need to be hanging all the way over there.
Yeah, that's just happening.
Nice. What is that? Why are you gonna go?
Okay, now you can try to start all you want, but guess
Yeah.
what?
I don't know how to do this.
This is your engage button. So when you hold that down, then the trigger will work.
Okay, you're gonna have to hold the wood.
Yep. So I'm gonna hold the wood. So you're just gonna push it,
Just-
start it, and then go. Start it. Keep pushing, girl.
You just gotta keep it straight up
going.
against the
It's
square.
hard. Yep. Good job. Your first time. Okay. Take her.
How was your first experience, Pumpkin? Tell the family.
Good.
Yay.
It was interesting.
Okay. Yeah, so you had to screw one in the middle guy. One in the
All
middle,
right,
one in the
like
middle.
Sandra
two
just
on
said,
each
are we
side.
checking our 2-3 distance?
You need to come over if it's 4 feet on that side of it.
Pretty darn close. Pretty darn close, within an 8.
Yeah.
It's gotta go that way.
How much?
Like a 1/4 inch.
1/4 inch.
Just
I'm
give
right.
it to me. Give it to me.
So just give it a little nudge further out.
Nudge this
Yep.
way.
Give it a little. Yeah, and then you're gonna have to screw that guy in. So
It's
pre-drill.
hard. I need screws.
Okay, hold on, wait. Now, Chica, is it all looking good? Straight.
Yeah.
We're good overhang under?
You're good. Everything's in the middle.
Like these guys
Yeah,
are in the
they're
middle.
good.
Okay. Yeah, 92.5 will probably work.
How long is this?
8 feet.
It's 92.5.
Alright, let's see. Magic.
Magic, magic, magic.
Is it
Take
overhang?
3 inches off of it.
3 inches. Alright. Alright, we're off, what, a 1/2 inch? That's what we're pulling
Yeah, let
here.
me think here for a second. We're going based off of another truss we're hoping is straight.
It's not straight.
So, no guarantees.
Nice.
Alright.
He has it hidden in his pockets.
Did it start pulling it?
I think so.
Alright. If we can, one more little pull.
Alright.
Fire away, Grant. Are you screwing it?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Between the ants.
Okay, screw that in. Don't get too close to the board edges.
Can you suck any more?
Suck, suck, suck. That sounded like it sucked.
I sucked so good right there.
In our family, sucking is a good thing. Wait a second.
I don't think the viewers need to know.
Are we in the middle?
No.
Nope.
Yeah, pretty good.
Good.
This board is work.
Come on, here.
There's that one.
Perfect.
Up a little bit. There. Just suck that person in. Good nuts.
Do they understand? Okay.
Alright, now before you hit the second one, we want to make sure that we don't need to
That thing looks good.
twist it all. So it's all done, all complete, yay! Little kid clap. So ceiling is ready and we're all set to go ahead and get sheetrock and all that other jazz once we get everything else put on. So I've got some measurements. I'm gonna go over and order the roofing materials and hopefully that, you know, I think they probably said 2 to 3 week lead time. I don't know, when it comes in and everything's ready, we're gonna install it. Until then, we won't. And we'll just kind of wait. So that's on order. We appreciate you joining along with us. We're gonna wrap it up. Sun's going down and we'll catch you next time. See ya.